Good day, all. Blessings and light for all of you. I do live in a very chicken infested area, so forgive the roosters and the chickens in the background. I'm here to send a message of love and light. I have been waiting for a while in order to feel comfortable giving this information to the public. Spirit has kind of told me that if I continue to hide away like the hermit that I've been, then the spirit, it's not happy with me uh, being locked into my house for a few months now, due to the fact that the things that are coming in are not mainstream. However, Spirit tells me that it is very important that I spread this message of love and light. Today, I'm going to focus on simple things, the near future things. I know a lot of us are full of anxiety, depression. Um, if you have ringing in your ears, those sorts of things, this is all the normal process of ascension. And there's going to be a lot of difficult times ahead, but the ascension is most definitely worth every moment of pain and heaviness that we feel. It's all going to be for such a greater good, and we all deserve the love and the light that the universe is providing for us. So today I'm just going to focus on the very near future events. Okay, so what Spirit has told me is that there is a group of elitists who have run not just the country, but have run the entire world for millennia through their family. You may have heard of a few of them, Rothschilds. There are many, many more. That's just the one that sticks out of my mind at the moment. And they mean to make this world a new world order, as we've all heard. They're not good guys. They're very, very bad guys. And eventually we're going to ascend past them. But in the meantime, we have to deal with what they're going to give us. So let me give you some pointers on how to get through that. And then in my next video, I'll do, or possibly if I have time, I'll actually do a few readings. I'll pull some cards for the collective. Okay, so right now where we're at, we are very close to a new light, a new love, a new inspirational part of 3D it's expiring, and those who have been secretly behind the scenes running all the things, they know that. And that's why the fear tactics, that's why they're taking our food supplies, that's why we are struggling to provide for our families, struggling to pay for the things that we need day to day. It's because their innate plan is to keep us in fear. And as long as there is fear, we don't have time to be spiritual. We don't have time. If we're running around scared, we don't have time to feel the innate love and the innate light that we are gifted with. And Jesus and Buddha and many, many other very, very high vibrational beings have come for millennia to tell us these messages. However, we're in a very interesting time, one of the most interesting times the planet has ever seen. And the entire universe is watching, because for the first time in the history of the entire universe, sorry, cards flying. It's getting a little windy. Maybe it'll rain. For the first time in the entire universe, we actually get to transcend from 3D to 4D. And no planet in the history of the universe has ever done that. So it's not just us who is excited, those of us that are enlightened, and those that are seeing things that we've never seen before, but also the entire universe is watching very closely. So that explains a lot of the reason we see UFOs more frequently now. We are sitting in the middle of the Super Bowl of the universe, guys. We are literally at a juncture in the universe that has never been seen before. Planet has never transcended from 3D to 4D, and in saying that, 4D will immediately also transcend into 5D. Now, this is a few years out still, but for those of us who've been studying and who know or who feel that there is this change, and I think even those who are not closely connected to their spirit still feel that there's something big coming. And of course, with anything big and anything beautiful and love and joy, before that, of course, because we are humanity in a 3D existence, we must go through quite a bit of trauma, tragedy, and it's only to make us grow, though. This is not punishment. This is growing pains. And so each and every one of you that are listening right now, I am sure that the reason that you have honed in on this is because you are, for some reason, searching out why it is this density, this heaviness that we feel is so overwhelming. And what I asked Spirit a little over a month ago was I asked Spirit to please, lighten the anxiety and please lighten the depression, because it was crushing me. It was literally crushing me. I'm a single mother, and I don't have the time, and I also can't offer my daughter anything if I am pouring from an empty cup. That being said, these people who've run things for millennia are terrified, and that's why we are getting our food processing plants burned. That's why the abortion law was passed. The Roe versus Wade that has just been, nixed. It's all in order to create a fear circumstance for all of us so that we cannot focus on the love and the good. And so what I ask of you guys, instead of being fearful, be fearful is exactly what they want, and that's exactly how they can keep us in this 3D density. And they know very well that there are many of us that are coming up, and there's not a dang thing they can do about it. We are light beings, and just as Jesus, Buddha, many teachers of the past have told us, we are not separate from creation. We are not separate from Godness. And no matter what your religion or beliefs are, if you're feeling these very dense feelings of, here comes the rain, these very dense feelings of emotional turmoil, I'd say the elitists, the ones who've been in charge, behind the curtain, as they say in Wizard of Oz, they are terrified of our new learning that we are not separate from Godness. We are. Each and every one of us are Godness. The leaves in the tree, the animals, the dirt, the rocks, the ocean, the sky, everything is alive, including us. And with that life, and with that, we are more powerful than they'd ever want us to know. I'm just moving out of the rain. Sorry, guys. And so instead of being scared, okay, there will be food shortages. They've already begun burning these plants down that are food processing plants. They've started setting fires to loads of food 18-wheelers full of potatoes. There's going to be a lot of cattle killed off. There has been a huge, and if you look at the news and if you look at the worldwide news, this is not an American issue. This is a worldwide issue. And the people who are running things, the people that I was just telling you about, they operate around the world and have for many millennia. But here we are, getting our power back, taking it back for ourselves. And we deserve it. Very much deserve it. Because we have been in a karmic cycle for about 75,000 years. And we weren't getting out of the cycle. People were going back to their next life. They were reincarnated, going to their next life and doing the same things, making the same mistakes. And those who are the helpers, the creators, the ones that guide us, they actually decided to come together and send star seeds, which we all, I mean, if you're watching this, you probably have watched a bit of other spiritual videos or newsreels or what have you. But we're coming to a place now that we're coming into our own power. And that is literally the most terrifying thing that these elitists could ever possibly encounter. Because as long as they kept us, sorry, again, it's raining closer and closer in. As long as these elitists kept us in fear, well, we're under their control. But here we are. And each one of us are waking up every day. There's somebody waking up new every day, maybe several, and this is the most beautiful time to be here. I think most of us, previous to this life, asked to be here at this time in this place in order to help progress the beautiful transformation that humanity is going through right now, and will probably fulfill within the next 2 years. There's going to be a lot of tragedy. There's going to be a lot of fear tactics. They're going to try to take away our food, our resources, energy resources. I beg of you, do not allow their fear. Do not allow their fear. Just be prepared. If you have the ability, go ahead and stock up on things like potatoes. If you can store meat, go ahead and stock up on those things. Instead of being scared, I'm not saying go and take all the toilet paper like they did when the scare tactic was used in 2020. But slowly but surely, just get your back stock. Get the non-perishables and be prepared for you and your family. Start growing your own food. Start making your own jellies. Start being able to preserve your own food. And it's going to go a very long way for you and for your family. And that way you don't have to live from a place of fear. You then are able to live in a place of comfort. And then you can grow exponentially when the dark sources that run this planet, they can affect you because you're prepared. Okay, so now I am going to pull a few cards just because these are collective cards. This is not for specificity. If you do want to have a reading from me, please contact me either via my YouTube channel or my TikTok. I think I'm going to put a bit of this or perhaps a different video with the brevity of this one. And this is just the first of many to come. I was very scared to to put this out there because I was born in a time that the information that I know now would have gotten me at least ostracized minimally, if not killed. But I believe now, and I know now, that I'm protected. I've got a legion of light behind me. My daughter has a legion of light, both of my daughters. And you also have that legion. You just have to allow them in. Okay, so first card I'm going to pull is going to be an oracle card. My deck is Dolphins and Mermaids. I live in the United States Virgin Islands, so it's very fitting for where I live. All right, shuffle these up a bit. I may pull one card, I may pull three. We'll just see how Spirit feels about it. Okay, here we go. Card number 1, self-forgiveness. Let go of old guilt and remember that you are God's perfect child. Now remember, this is a collective card reading, and I do believe that what Spirit has told me previously was that a lot of the reason that people will be stuck in the old hellscape earth, the one that's going to separate from the new earth that's coming. And literally we are in a 3D existence with a 4D existence literally like plastered on top of it. But in the next 2 years, you're going to see the difference. So at times you'll feel like you're here, and sometimes you'll feel like you're there. And then you get dropped back down, and you're kind of sad because you felt that light and you felt that love, and then it disappears. But it's there for you. Don't ever feel alone. They're all there for you. Your ancestors, your guides, just about all of us have a legion behind us, protecting us. So self-forgiveness. A lot of the reason that people are living in a fear reality is because they cannot forgive themselves. Although many people, it's easier to point out this person did this or that person did that. Really and truly, what would keep you here in this hellscape and not let you ascend into a place of love and light, the 4D and the 5D that we're heading to? We have to forgive ourselves. We have to forgive ourselves. We are the ones that will keep ourselves in this low density. And that would be from not forgiving yourself. You are Godness. We are all Godness. We are not separate. That's what Jesus came to tell us. That's what Buddhists came to tell us. That's what all of the ancient wisdom that came from love. All of the, the people who were the mainstays for today's religion were telling you that you are not separate from God. And those mistakes that you made, the forgiveness you haven't given yourself yet, that is what will keep you here. Okay, so self-forgiveness. And I think that self-forgiveness is something that is so valid that perhaps it is the only card I'm going to pull today. But okay, so going a bit deeper into the self-forgiveness. You've been very hard on yourself lately, using harsh words towards yourself verbally or mentally. While it is healthy to hold yourself accountable, this card says you've bordered on self-abuse. And I think this is, once again, this is the collective. Everyone makes mistakes, and it is normal to feel regret occasionally. What is important, though, is how you handle those mistakes. As you focus on your positive attributes, your self-esteem will increase, and your stress level will be diminished. Remember that guilt is the opposite of love. Your guilt doesn't help anyone or anything, but your divine love helps everyone, everywhere. Affirm, I ask all effects of my mistakes be undone in all directions of time. And I now release all guilt completely. I love my true self from top to bottom. And with that, folks, today I will leave you. We are at the maximum of what I said I would say today, actually by double. Hopefully it wasn't too much. Love, lights, and I'll be doing readings, and this is just the beginning, guys. So thank you for listening. Please tell your friends if you've enjoyed it. Please share it if you enjoyed it. I love you all. Love, light, self-forgiveness. Be blessed. Thank you, guys.